Howdy everybody, my name is Izzy Jofo, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. I am doing a speed paint with a voiceover! Woo! Personally, I enjoy speed paints with voiceovers a lot more than with just music, just because I think it's a lot easier to pay attention to. Also, I am doing this unscripted, so please forgive me if I'm and pausing and whatever. I don't have much time to do this, and I would like to get this out before 2 o'clock. It is currently 1:06 p.m., so please bear with me. Oh, I just hit my glasses on my pop filter. How lovely. Anyway, today I'm drawing Casey, or at least I did. Last, week or so I've been drawing Casey. He is one of my original characters, and he's got a few key features. He has white skin and hair, black eyes with, the white iris and pupil and whatever. He's baby. And he wears a pink crew neck sweatshirt with the words chill out embroidered on it. And he has a pair of headphones that he wears. Noise canceling headphones to be precise because he's autistic. Love him. He's baby. Anyway, I started off with my style, which I am counting as one of my 10 art styles in this 10 art style challenge. And I tried to incorporate this more of a painterly style that I've been using recently because I wanted to give myself a good base for the rest of this challenge. I wanted to be nice and clear and have a nice drawing to start from. I'm not 100% happy with this drawing. I feel like I drew Casey's face a little bit long. I imagine him to have a more shorter and rounder face. But you know what? He's cute. He's cute. I love him. If y'all can't tell, I am recording this in my closet, so if you hear random things, just ignore them. I'm in my apartment. My roommate is outside the door. I hope she doesn't think I'm crazy. Anyway, besides that, I am starting with Hilariously Scary's more cartoony style and trying to render it like it renders its traditional art. So, I tried to use a felt pen, it's called a felt pen, to mimic, a Sharpie, a fine liner Sharpie, you know those, little thin dudes? And you might be able to tell I actually brought out a Sharpie swatch paper later on, because Hilariously Scary, Sarah Truly, mentioned in its sketchbook tours that it uses Sharpies and a combination of other markers to... what am I thinking? To render their traditional art. There we go. And I was stalking its Insta for art references, all the time. Just constantly. I hope I didn't scare you, Sarah. I promise I'm just trying to do a challenge. I'm not stalking you. Anyway, I tried to color Casey with some colors that I thought Sarah might use if it were to draw Casey itself. I did end up changing the sweatshirt colors later to make it more like the reference I have at the top of the page for myself. But yeah, next I moved on to Hilariously Scary's digital art style. Yes, I am counting these as two different styles. No, you can't stop me. And I will do this again later. Also, you might notice that I drew Casey's ears here instead of giving him his headphones. That will become a theme. I often forget to draw Casey's headphones. I also gave Casey the bangs, if you know, you know. Originally it was supposed to be a joke, and I was gonna erase it and actually draw his hair normally, but I noticed two things. One, the bangs actually are kind of like Casey's hairstyle to begin with, and it also helped my style look a lot more, not my style, it helped my drawing to look a lot more like Hilariously Scary's art style, so I kept it. I also thought that Sarah would include the embroidered chill out on its drawings, so I made sure to put those on both of the styles I rendered of theirs. There we go, fixing the headphones. Luckily for me, Sarah has a kind of old tutorial, not too old, about how it renders hair and shades it and stuff like that. So that was basically my Bible for this next portion of the drawing. I watched that video so much, and I actually tried to render hair like this in my own style for quite a while, especially during 2020 COVID times. So that was kind of fun. I already kind of had a little bit of a grasp on that because I've already studied a little bit. I don't think it's by any means perfect, but out of a lot of the styles, I feel like these are some of the most accurate to Sarah's art. There we go, stalking its Insta again. Pretty much anytime I pause, you can just assume that I'm looking at references on a different tab. And here I'm trying to render the eyes the way Sarah renders her eyes. Not a lot of people draw characters with white irises, pupils, whatever, so that ended up being a challenge kind of throughout the entire video. Oh, also I was very scared to shade the clothes because Sarah has a very specific way that it shades clothes in its digital art, but I think I got it pretty well. So my next style is Ginger Ninja OWO, also known as June. I was originally gonna go with June's newer style that you can see in their profile pic and stuff like that, but then I decided to go with the style that you kind of see in their like Prism videos or the Animal Crossing Jajinka videos, just because there was a lot more of that stuff that I could find, a lot more angles, a lot more different body shapes and stuff like that. So I thought it would be easier. I was wrong. Oh yeah, and did you catch that? I forgot to draw the headphones again! Woohoo! But yeah, this hand I like directly stole from one of the Animal Crossing as Humans videos. I think it might have been Bo. One of the main reasons I wanted to draw June's style was because I love how they draw hands, the way they draw hands. Oh my gosh, I wish I could. So I really wanted to study that and or just steal one of their already drawn hands. Also, you might notice that a lot of these lines are really like thick and thin and it's very contrasty. I came to regret that. June doesn't have as much contrast as I drew in their art style. So I had to like, as you can see, I had to like compensate for that by basically going over all my lines again. What I learned from this is I should just really learn how to draw on vector layers on Clip Studio. I need to just bite the bullet and do it. I've been using this program for over a year. Why don't I know how to draw vector on vector layers? There we go, that's the word. And then I tried to kind of incorporate June's like gooey watercolor shading. I love it so much, it's so pretty. And yeah, just a lot of painting, figuring stuff out. I was gonna add a little rim light. I think I did keep that in the final because in their how to use Clip Studio video, June actually said that they like to add a little rim light to things. I think I kept that, I'm not sure if I did. The shading on the hair I kind of just kept because it was like good enough. I kind of gave up on getting it perfect at this point, but you know, I'm pretty happy with it. I feel like it looks like Casey and it looks like June could have drawn it, so you know what, I'm cool with it. We good. The next style is, what is it again? I'm watching this over as I record. Oh, Lavender Town! I really like how this one turned out. I feel like it really looks like her art style. What is her name again? Oh my gosh, what is Lavender Town's name? BRB, give me just a second. Haley! Haley, it's Haley! I feel like I really replicated Haley's Haley's art style really well in this. I gave Casey a little music note in his eyes because that's like kind of his thing, is music. And I also made sure to erase his eyes out of the hair because Haley doesn't often show eyes behind hair, so I wanted to be accurate to that. I also changed the shading from red to blue just because I felt like there was way too much red in it. And that's it. Yeah, this one came together really fast. And next is, oh gosh, dead sound. Okay, so if y'all haven't seen David Armsby's like series of videos about Autodale, go click off this video and go watch it right now. His YouTube channel is Dead Sound. It's so good. But I could not replicate it to save my life. Like, I tried to make Casey white, and cause David Armsby, he has a 3D art style, so I was trying to like recreate that so bad, and I just could not get it. And I think my problem was I didn't have enough references, because I do come back to this, but for right now, I skipped it. This is a quick one. This is Salmonella. I really like his content. I think it's really funny. This one's really quick, though. It's just like, alright, there he is. And then I was rearranging to get it to look nice. That's also going to be a theme. I do that a lot. And next is Casey Golden. yeah, I think the name similarities are very funny. Casey wasn't named after Casey Golden, by the way. I think it's just a funny coincidence. And I also tried to replicate Casey Golden's more like, I think they say like, she said like potato face style, rather than like the old watercolor style that I found her channel on. And this one's also pretty fast. It came together really well, and it was pretty easy for me to replicate this style, just because I've been watching Casey's videos for a really long time. Now I took another crack at Dead Sounds videos. And you can see I actually like got references on my canvas from his videos, and I drew from the 3D models. You might say this is cheating. I say it's learning from reference, because I did make it my own. It doesn't end up looking like the woman in the picture that I just basically traced over. It ends up looking just like a better version of what I tried before. But yeah, I was much happier. Oh, my leg. I was much happier with this when it was done, rather than my first drawing. I'm so glad I pulled the reference and just got a really good look at everything for this. I gave Casey thinner lips than the woman, even though I traced off of the woman, because he is a man. And he's just a guy. He's just a little guy. But I did give him the thinner lips because I felt it made it look more like him. And you might be able to tell he doesn't really contrast off the background right now, because I drew him in all black and white in this drawing. Don't worry, I'm gonna change the background. It's gonna look better, I promise. But yeah, I drew the shading color of the hair first and then added the highlights on top. And I feel like, oh gosh, I feel like that really worked well. And when I was drawing this the second I added in the eyebrows, I was like, yes, it worked. And yeah, that's it. There we go. Our next art style is drawing with waffles. This one isn't my absolute favorite, but I still think it's very cute. I tried to draw Casey as if drawing with waffles was drawing him in her sketchbook, because I was watching her 100 heads thing. What is that video? 100 heads in 10 days, that's what it is. So I tried to draw Casey as if she sketched him with like a Tombow pen or a highlighter, and then like Micron outlined him and then just put in some shading with, you know, pens and stuff. I fixed the blush because I noticed that she does her blush a little differently than what I drew there, and yeah, that one was pretty quick too. And finally, I did take another crack at Ginger Ninja Owo's art, like more like newer cartoony style, and this time I feel like it turned out a little better than it did before. I drew Casey's ears again. I forgot his headphones. Don't worry, this is the last time because it's the last drawing. But yeah, I even lined them and everything. I was like so happy with how they turned out, and I was like distraught when I found out that I forgot the headphones. I rendered this entire drawing before I realized I forgot the headphones. It was bad. It was a problem. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. He's a very cute boy. I love him so much. And I played around with the eyes to try to get them looking right. And I feel like I did a good job. I even added a little rainbow hair shine like June has in their new profile pic. And then I did a little more rearranging to make it aesthetically pleasing. And that's it. That is my 10 art style challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a real journey for me. And if you stuck around this much, maybe consider subscribing. I'm a really small channel, so every bit helps. Yeah, I guess I will see y'all maybe next week. We'll see.